We here at Cranbourne Primary School acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, the Bunurong people, and pay our respect to their elders past, present and emerging.
We would also like to acknowledge any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people we have here today.
We will now sing the Australian National Anthem. In doing so, we will demonstrate two of our school values, responsibility and respect.
When we sing with pride and stand up straight.
When we finish, we sit down quietly and listen for what is coming up next.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, all beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains that let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's special edition, ANZAC Day edition of the Cranbourne Primary School Weekly Online Assembly. Today I'm going to share with you some interesting facts about the Australian Army's slouch hat. The slouch hat has been worn by members of the Australian Army, officers and soldiers for well over 100 years now, and we are the only country in the world that wears this particular type of slouch hat. As you can see on the front is a gold badge, and that badge represents the job that you will do in the army. And this hat is the actual slouch hat that I wore for many, many years. That badge is the Australian Artillery badge. On the side of the slouch hat is a coloured flash. We call it the hat flash. That flash represents the unit that you belong to. So if you can imagine that depending on the school you went to, your school had a particular colours, that determines which unit that you belong to. This band around the hat is known as the puggaree, and there are 7 little pleats on that puggaree, and each one of those pleats represents either a state or territory in Australia. A Akubra is a very, very well-known hat. You may even know somebody that wears an Akubra. Of course, it may be a different colour, different shape and different design to the slouch hat. How you can tell an Akubra is that on the inside of the lining, you will see in gold embossed letters the name Akubra, hat company, made in Australia, and of course the size. The great thing about this Australian slouch hat is that it not only protects you from the sun, but also if it's raining, it keeps the rain off your head and face and shoulders. On special occasions, we would wear a slouch hat with the brim folded up and clipped to the side. The slouch hat has the colour flash, the core badge. However, on the side of the brim that's turned up, you'll see a gold badge. That is known commonly as the Australian Rising Sun badge. And we only wear the slouch hat with the brim up and the Rising Sun badge on very special, what we call ceremonial occasions. Well, I hope you've enjoyed learning some facts about the Australian slouch hat. I'd just like to thank you for your support during ANZAC Day. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you around the school. Bye now.
ANZAC Day on April 25th each year is an Australian and New Zealand National Day of Remembrance for Australians and New Zealanders at home and around the world.
The day marks the anniversary of the first big military action by Australian and New Zealand soldiers in World War I on April 25th, 1915.
ANZAC is the acronym formed from the first letters of the words Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. In 1915, Australian and New Zealand soldiers were part of the effort to seize the Gallipoli Peninsula from the Ottoman Empire, which we now know as Turkey. The aim was to move across the land and eventually capture Constantinople, now Istanbul, the capital of the Ottoman Empire, which was an ally of Germany. The Australian and New Zealand soldiers first landed on the beaches of Gallipoli at dawn on April 25, 1915. Meeting strong resistance from the Ottoman Turkish soldiers, the fighting dragged on for 8 months before the Allies were evacuated.
Many soldiers of all nationalities involved in the fighting were killed at Gallipoli, including more than 8,000 Australians. Many more were injured and all had endured terrible conditions, including extreme heat, strong wind, rain and snow, loud noises from weapons, and the grief of having people being hurt or dying around them.
We remember Gallipoli to remember and honor the soldiers who fought and died or were injured there.
Although the goal of seizing Gallipoli and advancing towards Constantinople wasn't achieved, the toughness and bravery of the Anzacs became well known in Australia and New Zealand and all around the world, and helped give rise to what has become known as the Anzac legend.
Many people believe that the Anzac legend is sometimes talked about as meaning being hard-working, tough, brave and fair, and looking after your mates. It's either something that defines us today, or that it is something we should remember, celebrate and aspire to.
In a moment, we will have a minute of silence to remember the soldiers and their families who sacrificed their lives for our freedom and reflect on the Anzac legend and what it means to be Australian.
We will then hear a verse of the ode that is often spoken at remembrance services and the bugle call called the last post, which signifies the end of a soldier's day and to indicate that the soldiers have gone to their final rest. Please bow your head for a minute of silence.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.